Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem getting better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead. So bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get an NFT to get them in their hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking. Even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big top, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'ma jack it like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a big bull in this element. Yeah. Said you gon' pull up then settle it. Yeah. I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out, touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking. Even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my yeah. Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem getting better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead. So bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get an NFT to get them in their hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking. Even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground then I go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big top, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'ma jack it like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a big bull in this element. Yeah. Said you gon' pull up then settle it. Yeah. I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out, touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. my time, think it's my. Yeah.
Go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, hey, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go, here we go, here we go, on a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles YouTube premiere. One last time, guys. I got one last Christmas party to go to, and that is the Hit Network BitBoy Crypto Frankie Candles Christmas party. It's really like the BitBoy Crypto Hit Network Christmas party. I'm just invited. But, guys, I'm coming to you from this YouTube live premiere. I don't know what to call these, but as you guys know, I do have this Christmas party tonight, so I cannot go live for you guys tonight. So we're going to be doing this premiere. I'm going to give you guys a quick market update as we have had a big move to the downside. I'm going to update you guys on what I'm feeling about the markets. Are those higher daily time frames finally invalidated? Are we looking bearish? Should we be looking to lower prices? Or are we just hanging on by a thread? And could these higher daily time frames still pull through for us? I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to give you the key levels that we need to be watching to look for some potential bounces and for some potential trades if you're looking for them. And with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and say what's up to chat. Actually, real quick, guys, we will be doing our giveaway. I think we are probably going to be giving, we're going to be doing like one of our biggest giveaways ever on Monday. I'm not going to push it all the way to next Friday because that wouldn't make sense. We'll have to do too many giveaways. It won't make any sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this week's giveaways and last week's giveaways because I had another Christmas party on last Friday. So we're going to take both of those giveaways, combine them, and we're going to get them all out of the way on Monday. So stick around for that. Tune in Monday if you've entered into the giveaways. If you haven't entered to the giveaways, I'm sure the mods are in chat right now. Mods, if you could let them know what videos they need to like and comment on. I believe it's going to be the most recent videos from either last week or the last 2 weeks. But basically, you just got to like and comment and watch the videos. I can't track if you watch them, but the likes and the comments, you got to like, got to comment to get entered in, and the mods will let you know and send the links to the videos you need to watch to enter into those giveaways. And guys, we're giving away some Frankie Candles hats. I know this is a crowd favorite for the Candle Mafia, so I think we're going to be giving away like 3 of these hats. We'll be giving away a bunch of crypto. It's going to be super fun, so make sure you tune in on Monday. And with that being said, guys, let's say what's up to chat real quick before we jump right into the charts. What is up, guys? Shout out to our mods. We got the best mods in the game. Shout out to Anonymous. I see Anonymous in there. I see you. What's up, brother? What is going on? Dave Digital out there with the candle, the hot dog candle, Frankie Candles. He's got the hot dog emoji, the key emoji, and the candle emoji. Frankie Candles. There you go. Shout out to Dave Digital. I know you are out there. Shout out to Cal's World. V-Slim in the chat. Crypto Billy, I see you, brother. And shout out to Tony D if he's out there. I don't see him in there, but if he's out there, show yourself, Tony. I'm just kidding, guys. I can't see anything. I'm looking at a blank screen. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the charts because we do have some interesting stuff to look at. Some bearish things. Mostly bearish things, but we do have some stuff popping up on the lower time frames that might indicate that we could get a short-term bounce here for Bitcoin, but we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and jump right into the charts, guys. So here we are on the Bitcoin weekly chart. Now, obviously, you guys know we did get the weekly bullish divergence. This is a very rare bullish signal, but we were talking about, one thing that was a little sketchy about this bull div was the money flow was not coming up on the weekly, which is kind of like, like kind of not great, right? It could potentially kind of step on this bull div. It's definitely a potential option or a potential scenario we could see play out, but it's definitely not invalidated just yet. Now, we have gotten a big move to the downside, and we're going to get into some more bearish signals that have happened. Our 2-week bull div is still printing, but again, one of the caveats there is this money flow does look pretty nasty. So, that is definitely going to be that is definitely going to be more on the bearish side. But that green dot is printing. If we keep that green dot there, I do think that we could potentially continue to see this come up. But that money flow is something to watch. So somewhat of mixed signals here. Again, you want to remember we do have that yellow X on the 2-week as well. And then I always bring this up. One thing to keep in mind here is that the last time we did get a yellow X on the weekly time frame, the bottom was already in. So that's something to realize. But we are in a completely different market, completely different macroeconomic environment. So history is only a good indicator of the future in some cases, right? Think of it as giving you clues to what potentially could happen. But bull div still printing on the weekly. Obviously, bull div confirmed on the weekly. Bull div on the 2-week confirmed on the weekly. Now, as we get into these higher daily time frames, guys, this is where stuff looks like it might want to cool down, right? It's not like we're getting a bearish divergence on the 6-day or anything, but we are getting that VWAP to start to cool down. Also, if we check on the BitLab significant movement indicator, which does find tops and bottoms. You can see with the blue wave, that would indicate a bottom, and the red wave would indicate a top. And you can see that pretty clearly here, right? Indicating that, hey, this might be the top. At the first top here in the bull run, came down, got a little blue wave showing us, hey, this might be a potential bottom, came back up, potential top, came down, potential bottom, got a little pump, and then so on and so forth. But, this could be indicating, this is still saying we could be, kind of bottomy here, but you do just want to be really careful, right? Because I always say we are in a bear market. Bear markets are brutal. I tend to believe that a lot of people don't really understand how boring or brutal a bear market can be, especially people who might be new. If you're watching this and you're new, they can get very boring. They can get very scary. So just remember that. And the bullish setups don't always play out as bullishly as they do in a bull market. So just something to realize here. If we go the 5-day, also still showing a blue wave, nothing too alarming on the significant movements indicator. The 3-day is showing some potential consolidation on the significant movements, and here we go. And then the 2-day showing a potential bearish divergence here and starting to get a little bit of a red wave here. But until this red wave gets over that moving average, I wouldn't be too worried just yet. So still gonna be holding on to some hope here for the higher daily time frames with these bullish divergences. And then if we pull up Market Cipher B, you guys can see VWAP coming down on the 6-day. VWAP, kind of flat there on the 5-day. Your 4-day is coming down. Your 3-day is coming down, right? But when you get down to the 3-day, you can see your money flow is still in the green, right? So your VWAP is coming down, but that's not really necessarily indicative of a dump, more of just an ebb and a flow in the market, right? So, not really panicking just yet, but I will say, guys, things are starting to look kind of bearish. So, we could wind up seeing these higher daily time frames and that weekly bull div get invalidated, but I'm just not throwing in the towel just yet, but it is starting to get a little bit nerve-wracking. So, coming down to your 2-day, looking to print that red dot pretty soon. Money flow still in the green, but if we cross over and print a red dot here and get a big move down, that money flow is likely to get back into the red. But that 3-day being in the green, that does, somewhat look like, that VWAP could come down and back up before we come into the red with the money flow. Now, obviously, daily red dot is printing. I think I mentioned this in the Discord yesterday, the premium and the free Discord. But red dot printing, this is more bearish, right? I remember putting in the free Discord, I was saying, hey, we got a red dot here. We could continue a little bit bearishly here. These do typically give us a pretty big move down. So this is likely to confirm in about 4 hours. And again, likely to give us a little bit more of a move to the downside here, right? So this is kind of one of the more bearish things popping up on the chart and kind of making me expect, maybe some more pain in the near future. 16-hour, absolutely crushed. This is another bearish signal here. Money flow back in the red on the 16-hour. This is a pretty high time frame. So that would be also pretty dang bearish in my opinion. Your 12-hour also back in the red. And we're going to take a look at Ethereum, guys. Ethereum is also looking pretty dang bearish in my opinion. 8-hour money flow looking to cross over into the red on the 8-hour as well. Coming down to your 6-hour, your 5-hour, and your 4-hour have all, your 4, your 5, and your 6-hour have all crossed back over into the red. Definitely more of a bearish look. VWAP's starting to come back to the upside, though. So, again, higher daily time frames in my opinion, I am going to hold on to the hopium here for just a little bit longer. They're not completely invalidated, in my opinion, just yet, but they are quickly they're on the fast track to getting invalidated. I will say that, but they're not invalidated just yet. But with these money flow crossovers on a lot of these time frames, the 16-hour, the 12-hour, is the 8-hour in red, 8-hour looking to cross over, and then the 6, 5, and 4-hour back in the red is a pretty bad sign. Now, so higher daily time frames, holding on to the hope, but, looking like we could roll over here pretty soon. And then once we start getting to these time frames, the medium hourly time frame between the 1 hour and I would say about the 4-hour or 5-hour, we do have the VWAPs coming back to the upside. So that would be indicating a potential short-term move to the upside, right? So not on the 4 or the 5-hour, but if you come down to the 1 hour, you can see we are getting some bottom indicators on the significant movements indicator. 2-hour showing a pretty strong bottom here. Not saying that's going to rip us up to the moon, but, showing that we could cool off in the short term here, right? And then, just to cut to the chase here, coming down to the lower time frames, starting to show some blue waves here as well. 30-minute looking like we could be finding a little bit of a local bottom. And the reason I would expect somewhat of a short-term bounce would be here because, guys, we are starting to form, let me go ahead and turn our TA on here. We are starting to form some bullish divergences here on some of these, some of these smaller time frames, right? We got the 30-minute with our lower lows and our higher lows. Sorry, I drew that wrong. Basically just massively lower lows, just typically coming down with momentum waves coming to the upside, giving us that little bullish divergence. Again, short-term pump to the upside would be expected, but with the way that some of these other, again, maybe we get a small short-term bounce, but those higher daily time frames do look like they want to cool off a bit. So what I would be looking for here, get rid of these lines, clean it up just a little bit. Bada boom. So what I would kind of be looking for here, again, 4-hour money flow crossover into the red. This is pretty ugly, guys. If this VWAP does cross over and give us a green dot, this is kind of where I'm expecting to see this bounce. And as I said, some of these lower time frames with the bull div on the 30-minute. I think we got one on the 45-minute as well. So a 45-minute bull div as well, as we are getting a small move to the upside. Looking at the 90-minute, no bull divs. Hourly, slight bullish divergence on the hourly as well. So if we do get a move to the upside, guys, but we are going to remain bearish, kind of what I am looking for here is a potential pump up, as we just turn that candle blue, potential pump up into these local fib levels before potentially getting rejected back to the downside. And we're going to talk about some key levels to watch here in a second. But with the money flow crossovers, I am expecting this downtrend to potentially continue unless we get these things to rip back up to the upside, get back into the green with the money flow. But based off of that 4-hour money flow crossover, this VWAP could come up, give us a little bit of a pump to the upside. Again, watching those fib levels up here at around $17,000 to look for a potential bearish retest. But then again, the reason why I'm not really looking to put in a long-term long position on these small bull divs is, number one, they're on pretty low time frames, and number two, with the money flow is just going to be fighting against you. You don't want to really trade against the trend. If you are looking for longs, you would be looking for short-term scalp longs, right? So that's kind of my thoughts there. Short-term bounce, and even maybe a medium-term bounce with the 3-hour green dot printing, no bull div. Let's go ahead and turn on the BitLab market intelligence, see if it's seeing any divergences that we are not seeing. Give it a second to pop up here. Boom, we did have an RSI divergence here. And again, this is why I'm not really putting much weight into, these bull divs, right? Because in a big downtrend, sometimes they get stepped on. You can see this one got stepped on. We got a little green candle, but then we just got dumped back to the downside. But green dot on the 3-day is on the 2-hour is printing. I said 3-hour before. I meant 2-hour. Potential, green dot looking to print here on the 3-hour, but it is printing on the 2-hour. No bull div, but again, just kind of indicative of a shorter to medium term bounce. But again, because of that daily red dot and the higher daily time frames looking to cool down, expecting it to roll back over after that little relief. Not 100%. I could be wrong here, but this is typically what happens when we see this kind of stuff pop up on the chart. Now, moving on here, let's go ahead and take a look at some key levels that I am looking at. Now, are we on the right chart? Yes, we are. So, some key levels I'm looking at here, guys, just show you really quick. We look at spider lines a lot on the channel here, guys. I just want to show how accurate these spider lines are sometimes. Shout out to CryptoFace. This is crazy, right? We had some key levels up here, and we had some pretty strong levels up here. We were expecting price to get a run up into this level, and we were looking at this in the premium Discord for some short opportunities amongst, many other bearish confirmations that we had. But the levels we had, I wasn't even really looking at the spider line at the time. We had some other really important levels up here where we were expecting some strong resistance, and then I was looking at an older chart with some spider lines on it, and I was like, I wonder if there was a spider line at that level. I turned them on, and it was right there. So perfect confluence there. I just wanted to point that out. Shout out to, these spider lines are really magical, to be honest. But with that being said here, you could see a major level I would be interested in here, obviously, is this blue box. Potentially, I'm not sure if we're going to flip this to support, but this is an important level. We came down here with some bullish divergence. We were looking at this morning, and, just because of the big move to the downside, and it was just kind of an unconfident place to long. You could have caught a nice little scalp long on the smaller time frames here. If we go to Heikinashi candles here, we did put a little 15-minute bull div in here. We did come up just a little bit. Could have caught it for a nice a nice little 1% move. I did not personally take this trade, though, just because things were generally looking more bearish. But next major level here, guys, is this spider line, right? Not only do we have this key level, this blue box, but we also do have perfect confluence with a spider line running right through the middle of this. And now you can see we are getting a bunch of bearish divergence here. So we could potentially just be getting, a little push up here. I'd look for a rejection here. However, with the 4 hour, the way the 3 hour and the 4 hour and the 2 hour is printing a green dot, we could potentially see, get a push right through this. If we get pushed through this spider line, this is where I'd be looking for potential retest of the golden pocket, or maybe even the 786. And then on the way down, that spider line is going to be a very important level of support. Again, my gut, or not my gut, but my TA says that, with the way the higher time frames are looking, we most likely will not hold that, even if we get above and bounce on it. But you never know. It is a key level to watch, and that spider line is coming in at about $16,876. So, with that being said, if we do lose it, we could get a move down below, kind of bearishly retest it, maybe bearishly retest this blue box. But these are, these are the levels that we're kind of playing around with right now. So short-term bounce into these local fib levels is kind of what I am expecting. And zooming out just a little bit here, let's go to the 15-minute. I just want to give you guys a grander context of what we're looking at. Just kind of taking a look here. Kind of the local range we're in. I think we were talking about this in the free Discord. Major level to hold was this value area high, and then we ripped right below it, obviously. And then we were talking like, listen, if we lose this value area high, it would be likely to start moving our way towards some lower prices, more specifically that point of control at about $16,559. And that's basically what happened, right? We know that when we lose that value area high, it is likely that we get a move, back into the value area being between the value area low and the value area high. I will just go ahead and pop in, just make this a blue box, right? So this blue box is our value area. This is typically where price wants to trade, right? It basically, you could think about it as a... This is where price wants to be, right? You can see we spend a lot of time inside this range. We come up, we come to the bottom, we come to the top, we come down, we come up, we come down. We kind of range within this box, right? And then, if we zoom out a little bit, you can see, obviously right here, we stick in this range very often, right? And then when you deviate outside of that range, a lot of the times you get sucked back into the fair value, because when you're below that value area low, that is kind of where you're expecting to get sucked back in, and then you lose it again, you get sucked back in, and so on and so forth, right? So now we have come out of our value area. We were not able to hold it, got a harsh rejection from that from that spider line. Big move down. The immediate level of support that we were watching was that value area high. You got a little bit of a scalp off of it. Couldn't hold. Absolute dump. Once we broke this value area high, now we are expecting to potentially move back down towards that POC. And if things get ugly, guys, we could even potentially, I'm going to get rid of this blue box just to clean things up a little bit. If we work back into this, but we're back in the value area, right? So we're back in the range. Price action's ugly, guys, right? So it's not a straight shot to the POC, kind of bing bong around. Maybe we lose the spider line, reject, come right down to that POC, right? And then once we get here, if we are not, if things are not looking good, we could lose this level. And really, we would be expecting to come down to that value area low potentially at about $16,333. And at that point, we're going to have to reassess things. And but hopefully we don't have to see that. But again, with the money flow crossovers on these medium hourly time frames, it does look like we could be starting a pretty nasty downtrend. Just to backtest that a bit for you guys, last time we got a major money flow crossover into the red on the 4 hour. I mean, just looking at this, this is not a trade call. I'm not telling you to enter a trade based off of this. However, last time we got a crossover into the red, and this is why you don't just want to base your entries off of money flow, is because money flow is coming out here, right? The green money flow is coming out, crossing over into the red. That's a pretty bearish sign. Could have caught a nice little trade there as we took this little dip down. However, we did get a big little, but it's probably what looks like a short squeeze. I think we might have had an FOMC meeting here, potentially. I'm not 100% sure on that, but some kind of a squeeze up, which would have absolutely wrecked your short if you had any type of risk management involved in your trade. You would have gotten absolutely stopped out here, or maybe not wrecked, but you would have gotten stopped out. But you could see the start of that money flow crossover. If you just measured from, the money flow crossover, which is right here, down to where price wound up finding a bottom, we came down about 24%, right? So these money flow crossovers on the 4 hour are no joke. Even this one was not as tragic. This was obviously I believe this was the FTX crash. So obviously there was news backing this one, might have added a little fuel to the fire, but even this last one right here, essentially, once you lost that money flow, brought you down about 10%, right? So these are kind of no joke. This one as well. This one actually looks price action, or actually no, this was right here. This one probably brought you down about 10% as well. So they're really no joke. I mean, this one actually looks a lot more similar to what we're seeing here today. But money flow crossover, I mean, that wound up bringing us down. I mean, you could argue that brought you down all the way over here. So between 10 and 20%. Let's see where that could potentially bring us, from this price about here. Yeah, I mean, 12% brings it down to 14 into the 14,000s. If it brought us down, yeah, I mean, 30% brings down to 12.5K, about 12.3. So that's a rough speculative guess. Doesn't mean we could easily see this. Granted, I don't think this is likely. But no, sometimes you see, you just get a fake out into the red. But this has been coming out over time. It's been the money flow has been trending out. So I do think we could be in for some more pain here, guys. And again, those key levels to watch are going to be. Potentially this point of control at 16,559, and then maybe we could be working our way back down to the bottom of this range. So that will be, once we get back down to the bottom of this range, that's where, we could maybe expect things to give us some kind of a decent bounce. But as of right now, if we do get a short-term bounce, which it does look like we could, I wouldn't expect it to last very long. So, guys, with that being said, I do just want to take a look at Ethereum, because we do have some alarming things popping up on Ethereum as well. Ethereum has come down to the bottom of its range. And actually, real quick, guys, I do just want to show you this. I showed this on the morning stream. This is the 4 hour. We did get a stochastic RSI bear div here alerting us on the BitLab market intelligence indicator. And it really nailed it, right? But really what I wanted to show you is I brought this up on the morning show on the BitBoy Crypto channel. And we were looking at this, and I was like, hey, guys, what was it, on the 45-minute potentially? Where was it? There, spawn it. No, I mean, we did get it called right here on one of these. I think maybe it was the 24-minute on one of these time frames, guys. We were getting. Oh, I know why. I got to come into the settings here. It's only showing. It's only showing current divergences. We want to show. We want to show all divergences. Boom. So it should populate here. Boom. Right. And I think it was the 30 or 45 minute. This was a very bearish sign. Anytime this happens, for anybody out there using the BitLab suite, right here, right at the top, we got alerted that there was 4 bearish divergences. We had a histogram, RSI, momentum, and money flow, or MFI, money flow index, bear div at the top here while you're hitting up against that key level of resistance. Beautiful little signal. Money flow coming out as well. Just beautiful little signal here. Wound up playing really good because on the stream, I think I said, like, hey, this is really bearish. We should go back and see if this actually plays out. And it really did. It's not going to play out 100% of the time, guys. You could see here we had a, granted, this was just one bearish divergence, so not as strong of a signal. But it's not going to play out 100% of the time. But when you get four different divergences in one spot like that, typically it is a really strong case. And then it called it right here as well. But you could see here as well, MACD, this is just one divergence, so might not want to put as much weight on this, and we barely came up. So, but when you get four like that, is a pretty strong indication. I just wanted to point that out because I did say we would check in on it. But coming over to Ethereum, guys, I do just want to kind of take a look here because we did come down to our value area low, and we did put in a little bull div here, right? A little bull div here on the 30-minute. You got your higher lows on your momentum waves with your lower lows on your price action. Nice little bounce to the upside. Maybe we could ride this up to the POC. I don't know if you're going to get there, to be honest with you. If we pull a local fib here, you're probably testing that local golden. You are. Maybe you push up into that 786. Best case scenario, in my opinion, maybe the point of control, but you might actually just start rolling over at these local fib levels. Next level of major support is going to be the value area low at about 1180. And let's just take it back a little bit here because there are some pretty bearish time frames here on Ethereum, right? So weekly, nothing really to pull from here. Too soon to tell if this is going to roll over, but that VWAP could look healthier. 6-day VWAP coming straight down. That is a bearish sign. 5-day, flat, wimpy VWAP. You want your VWAPs to be strong. You want them to be shooting to the upside. This is just kind of floppy. That is a flopper. 4-day VWAP coming straight down, more of a bearish look. Not only that, but you also have your money flow starting to curve back out. So taking a look at the 3-day money flow in the green. Money flow, on the 3-day on Bitcoin and Ethereum, the money flow does look healthy. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now, I don't know if this is going to save us, but it does look healthy. Clip this. It does look healthy. But that VWAP crossing over to the downside, that is indicating another little step down, and that could pull our money flow back into the red. But it does look pretty high up there. I don't know if you're going to get it yanked back into the red just yet. But moving down to the 2-day, guys, this actually looks pretty bad. This 2-day looks nasty because you guys will know we talk about this a lot on the show. When you have the VWAP and the money flow coming out at the same time, this could make for a very, very big move. And you can see, actually, I didn't even notice this, happened right here. Right? We popped into the green for a second and then crossed right back into the red at the same time as that VWAP. Got a blood diamond, which may or may not print here. I don't know. But that actually did give us a pretty decent move down, about 35%. And, if we go ahead and measure that out to another 35%, where could that bring us? Let's go ahead and see. 35%, about, I'm going to pull it to like 33% just because, about 844. I didn't grab that price perfectly. Boom, that's a little better. 35, let's see. Yeah, about $800, guys, and that is that is one of those targets that we have been looking at for Ethereum. Also 600. You can see we do have some technical support here. So these are some levels that you might want to watch as support. We could be making it down potentially to this between 700, between 800, if you want a more macro, between 800 and 500 would be the next range I would be looking at for Ethereum. But, more likely, what happened? Let's pull some volume on this real quick. I just want to actually, let's pull up the VPVR, see if we can get any decent levels here. I mean, guys, it's honestly, that would be the next range I'd look for Ethereum, but not looking the best. 734, you do have somewhat of a high volume node, but just understand, guys, we do have a pretty big volume gap here, right? So, once we start losing these lows here, could be a quick move down to about 800. So, and that 2-day is definitely looking pretty gross here with that money flow crossover, the red dot, money flow crossover, and VWAP coming to the downside all at the same time. Very, very ugly look. Looking at the daily, red dot also printing here. Money flow starting to curve out. Definitely a generally bearish. But other than that, looking very similar to Bitcoin in the short term. Money flow crossover on the 4-hour, money flow crossover on the 5-hour, all into the red. The 8-hour, the 12-hour, and the 16-hour actually never made it into the green for Ethereum. So, you know, these are definitely looking a little more bearish. But once you work down to these lower time frames, very similar to Bitcoin, you are looking at maybe a short-term bounce. So, and especially because not only are those lower time frames starting to roll back over, you did come down to the bottom of your range. So likely you just kind of get a bounce there anyway, even if it's not sustainable. So, you know, as we come up to our, you know, key levels, value area low, 1180, it's going to be a key level to watch. Point of control at 1218, another key level to watch. Basically the same level we've been looking at on Ethereum. You know, just basically this volume profile range here. And as we get this bounce up, you can see we are testing this local golden pocket and local 786. If we break through this, probably going to be looking up to about the point of control at 1218. If we break that, I mean, if we break back above here and we can hold it decisively with higher hourly candles, maybe 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour candles above here, that would be bullish. I don't think we're going to get it. If we do come above here, I think it would be a quick, you know, a quick move up. Let's see if we have any fair value gaps up here. And we have a fair value gap all the way up here. I don't believe, you know, personally, I think it's unlikely that we make it all the way up here. But just looking for some potential fair value gaps that we might be trying to come up and fill here once our Lux Algo loads here. Nope, nothing there. Just trying to hunting. I should have done this before I started recording, guys. But hey, we'll do it live. Screw it. We'll do it live. Shout out to the chat. I see you guys in there. You guys going nuts. Like, what the heck is this weird fake live stream? Frankie Candle's got to start canceling these Christmas canceling these Christmas parties. There you go. Just printed another green candle on the 10-minute. But yeah, I mean, yeah, your next fair value gap is all the way up here at 1269. I don't know if you're going to get all the way up there. But we are starting to create some down here. Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. Ethereum is looking pretty bearish. But again, lower time frames, you know, that 1 hour. Oh, there you go. Well, a little fair value gap here. We might be trying to grab that, guys. Might be the rejection zone here. But yeah, these are the levels I'm looking at, guys. We also have a previous weekly low right here at this POC. So this is going to be a very, 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 very strong level. Let's see. Yeah, definitely leaning a little bit more bearish. But again, because of that 4-hour the 3-hour VWAP, the 4-hour VWAP, the 2-hour green dot printing, small bounce is likely. But again, that 2-day looks very ugly. Now, before I let you guys go, I'll cut you loose here in just a second. I do just want to point out some things on the DXY that would be a little bit bearish for Bitcoin. And that is going to be, let me hide this. That is going to be here on the daily time frame. Now, we brought this up on a previous live stream recently, and we were saying, right, the yellow X pushing us below this support level was a pretty good sign for Bitcoin. But I did mention, I said, watch out. The next thing I'm looking at on the DXY is that, you know, shout out to anybody in that stream. We were literally saying, that yellow X pushes us below this level. That's good for Bitcoin and would make a lot of sense for it to dump down to this level and get those higher daily bull divs to play out on Bitcoin. However, we did not see that, and I was saying if we don't see it, the next thing I'm looking at is going to be the daily bull div on the DXY, which we are now starting to finally print. So the next levels for the DXY, if we can get decisively get above this level here, which it does look, come down to lower time frames, we hopping above it, starting to hold it as support. If we can continue up, next level I would watch is about 105,490. And yeah, that daily bull div is definitely going to be a pretty bearish look for Bitcoin. So if this winds up playing out in a big way, we could see Bitcoin potentially take another leg down. But it's too soon to tell just yet, guys. Again, like I said, I will update you guys in the Discords if we do actually wind up seeing you know, a big move down that's going to invalidate any of these higher daily bull divs. And then coming back to Bitcoin, Real quickly, guys, one of the major levels I really, really want to hold is that $16,559 level. So, and the fact that we are already back inside this value area is a bearish look because now we're expecting to take a move down here anyway. And once we lose this POC, guys, it is likely we are going to see, we are going to come down a bit more. So I'll keep you guys updated. And let me pull up the face cam here. With all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for this weird half live thing going on here. I hope you guys are having fun in chat. Am I muted? No. Are you guys trolling me again? I'm just kidding, guys. I'm looking at a blank screen. I'm losing my mind, guys. Sorry about not going live last night, guys. I was feeling pretty nasty. I feel a little bit better today. I can't stay away, guys. I still don't really feel 100% right now, but come on. Come on. I got to come do this for you guys. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to the Candle Mafia. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. However many likes we get on this video, we will add those spins to Monday's giveaway. So smash that like button. I don't know how we're going to do Monday's giveaway. I'm going to have to take out a loan. I don't know, but it's going to be huge. So tune in, guys. Thank you again for watching. I love each and every single one of you guys. Shout out to the Candle Mafia. And with all that being said, I'll see you guys. Today's Friday. I'll see you Monday. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come by and get your giveaways, guys. We're giving it all away. 3 Frankie Candles hats. We're giving away a bunch of crypto, and I think we might give away something cool. Maybe something to do with Discord. Maybe we'll give away something to do with Discord. I don't know what it's going to be, but maybe we'll do something. Shout out to you guys. I love each and every single one of you. That's all the time I got. I'll see you guys on Monday. Same place, same time. And in the Discords, same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right after ATB. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing, bong.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Oh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem getting better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead. So bump that. It's no surrender.
Yes, Dave. Yeah, you're the Dave from the energy water distributor. Yeah. No. We like the South Korean spicy sparkling cave juice. Yeah, no, we like it. We just we tried that for a little while, and it's just not the same. It's not the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. We want to go back to the Aztecian cactus moss water. It's less calories and it's just much more energy. It's a cleaner energy, you know. Okay. Oh, you got some new stuff coming. What's it called? Okay. Well, we'll have to try that soon. But yeah, Aztecian cactus moss water. Let's do that this month. Ship us out 2 metric tons. And because I'm actually working with my doctor to get an IV installed. We're just gonna have like a belt, and it'll be hooked up to me, so it's just constantly feeding it into my veins. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Dave, we're live. Dave, we're live. Guys, sorry, I'm ordering more Aztecian cactus moss water. I did not know we were live. I gotta go, Dave. Sorry, that was Dave, guys. I didn't know we were live. Shout out to you guys. Thought I wasn't going to do a fake out. I did. Even if we're not live, guys, you get the fake out. That's all I got. I'll see you guys on Monday. Same place, same time. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Frankie Candles out. Bing, bong.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Oh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem getting better. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed in heaven. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead. So bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it an FT to get them in their hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities are never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to throw something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch I touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it, ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my. Yeah. Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn patty. Gotta keep on chugging, ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy, got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that, it's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up, I'm trying to get it in FT to get them with their hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention, so no, I can't miss that. Moving, MVP, I got the record, I might have to pro something. Big jumper worthy, they gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming, had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my big dog, walking big talk, young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship, I'ma check it like let 'em in. Y'all better not let 'em in, they gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling, started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent, this is from God, but I'm not your reverend, not in the pulpit. I'm a big bull in this element, yeah. Said you gon' pull up to settle it, yeah. I've been married to this hustle, this is my ring, watch I step in it, yeah. And I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch I touchdown, pulling plans out the clutch. Everybody getting crushed, the cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking even no ends. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice. I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my. Yeah. Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs.